Hello, guys. I am Shane Davis, 20-year comic book veteran. I'm here with Yanzi, and today is the day we are talking about Funko Pops. Believe it or not, we are going to talk about the Pops and landfills. But before we get into it, please look down below, hit like, subscribe, ring the bell for notification as we do try to bring you pop culture news about the comics, about the toys, about the video games, the movies, all that good stuff right here on this channel. Hit like, subscribe, ring the bell for notification. Now, this was brought to our attention, but Funkos are not booming. What's going on, Yanzi?
So first, before we get into what happened today, let's look at what happened to Funko back in 2020. This is a Forbes article in 2021. So it talks about Everett, Washington-based Funko, and they talk about having a 331% rise in the past 12 months. Now think about that. In 2020, their business grew by over 3 times. So it is considered a business to watch. And especially if you are investing in things that, are tied to popular IPs, things like Star Wars, things like musicians and sports and cartoons and all this anime, you tied to all those big important IPs, it's like, wow, definitely there's some value to that. There'll be a lot of people coming in and buying Funkos. Well, not really. This is not a place of honor. Up to the $6 million worth of Funko Pops to be entombed in landfills. Nice choice of having Gerard over here in front of a landfill. So it seems like right now, the issue is that Funko has too much of inventory sitting in their warehouses. So they'll be writing off $30 to $36 million worth of it, which basically means, yeah, we're going to just throw it away. Pretty much that's it.
Wow.
Now, for someone who actually has an account with Funko, I can tell you what the situation is kind of like. So what Funko does is that every now and then they do run some of these, what they call an stock clearance sales, where they cut the price of what they're sitting in their warehouses to below what they usually charge at wholesale prices. And when I peruse those lists that they send me, I usually cannot find anything I want to pick up those lists. Those are things that just don't really have, or maybe it's just too saturated, Some of the ones that are supposedly are very popular, things like Star Wars, you'd think, yeah, I should pick up some Star Wars Funkos to sell. No, not really, because everyone buys and sells Funko Star Wars Pop. Believe it or not, that actually decreases the value. And here is it looks like a video of the Funko Pop situation at a landfill. Cartons and cartons of this stuff.
Wow.
Like, wow, it's like cartons of nothing but Funko Pops, just trying to get rid of it. Actually,
I can't wait till there's like a sea turtle coming up with a Funko Pop stuck in its nose.
Let me see if I'm trying to read what it is. Oh my, it says Harry Potter. Yeah, no, wow. Harry Potter is one of those franchises too where they make way too many waves of the pop and people are just not interested in all the weird little things. Like, I mean, then there's Potter with the invisibility cloak and all these weird little nuances, things that people who are really, really into the series will get it. But then it kind of becomes like, well, if only people who are really into the series get it, how many of the normies will want to buy it? You know what I mean? And this is not the only video there is. So here's a video here. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to turn on the audio, but you can see, look at Marvel, Star Wars, cases and cases of these monthly boxes of Funko Pops. And where are they going? Well, into the trash compactor from the looks of things.
Wow.
Buy Star Wars. Like, wow.
Wow.
Like, this is what happens to your Funko Pops now. It is worth so little money that they literally pay to trash it. It's costing them more money to store it. So they rather trash it and turn it into, I guess, recyclables. Maybe I hope it's recyclable. Actually, no, it's not recyclable because they just pop the whole thing pretty much. Oh, no, wait. They separate it too. So they have the Funko shirts. They are processed separately.
They could like give them to homeless people. I mean,
yeah, they could. I mean, look, and then all the toys, these are basically all the money boxes. I guess they overproduced and they thought they would sell gangbusters out, but people are just not that interested anymore.
Oh my god, it's all garbage, guys. All right, so
well, and then what is the final bit of news that is really putting it to the point? Funko stock dives 25% as earnings funk continue. Nice pun.
God. These videos aren't going to help their stock. I'm just saying. Where I want to go with this and where I want to leave out on this news is this isn't just happening to Funko. And it's actually happening to Hasbro right now. Hasbro had to lay off half its staff. Hasbro's also been doing weird things like getting rid of windows on boxes, toys, and stuff like that, which is supposedly more of an environmental thing. but cost cutting and toy prices are rising at the same time. Less packages, and they cost more for something that's collectible, where a lot of people want one to open in 1 mitten box. If the box is crap, yeah, as a collector, maybe you lose enthusiasm a little bit. So this is interesting with the toy market. And it's like, well, what's going on? Do kids not play with toys anymore? No, they kind of do. What's actually happening, and this is my takeaway, this isn't a fact, but there are some real good indicators here, is both companies, Funko and Hasbro, both have been producing and kind of propped up on Marvel and Star Wars. And both Marvel and especially Star Wars, everybody knows the merchandising of both of especially Star Wars has been down. I mean, Baby Yoda had a big spike, sure, but in general, you can only sell so many Baby Yoda toys and really get maxed out. Baby Yoda everywhere. That's one character. Star Wars strength, and again with Marvel, is selling a multitude of characters that people love and adore. And both companies right now, I would say, I'm not toy companies, but you know, both franchises, Star Wars and Marvel, who ironically are both ran by Disney, they seem to be in a creative rut with both of these IPs. Is it going to take down toy companies with them? The ones that had tethered themselves and propped up themselves up with paying out the nose for big licensing deals. I don't know. It's very interesting, to be honest. Some of the few HasLab projects that actually did not fund were Star Wars. Think about that. And I'm sorry, Ghost Rider car.
Well, let me offer my perspective on this thing as someone who actually sells in the toy market. I just think people just are finally realizing that Funko is nothing but this little bobblehead plastic thing that is really not worth collecting, especially when there are way nicer things out there in the market. And Funko basically made their names on what? Being convention exclusives, or the crazy lines at San Diego Comic Con, people rushing and pushing over each other, trying to get to that one exclusive because, hey, I can sell it for $100 straight away. Well, the fact that we had this thing called the COVID pandemic and all the social distancing, cons were closed down, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that really helped Funko. The fact that they tried to do, like, you know, at-home cons and all that. For some reason, I think eventually, when everyone is forced to compete in the whole, you know, it's all visual, it's all virtual now. Somehow it's just, there's no appeal for Funko anymore.
And before people discredit and be like, well, this company, you can't blame cons for these toys going into a garbage dump. You have to understand the convention scene and the convention exclusives, whether it's through Hasbro, Mattel, Funko, especially mainly Funko, they do this limited quantity. And you go, well, if you know anything about making product, they maybe are even losing money on it. But see, what they gain out of it is hype on social media, hype for a product that's so, you know, inflated in price. Even if they lost money, that's advertising. That's better advertising in today's social media age than a commercial on TV. And you have to understand that they will willingly take a loss for that con exclusive to turn around and overhype. And Funko was a master at this because really the only thing that was exclusive was the sticker on the box, because a lot of these exclusives ended up spread out through Barnes & Noble, Walmart, GameStop, Target. So like in the end, they really weren't even exclusive. It was just the sticker on the box. So COVID did kind of hit them in the breadbasket, so to speak, you know, when it came to their marketing arm of the product. And we're seeing, I think, the outcome of that. Now, again, poor IPs being handled by Disney, a big factor too. But anyways, guys, if you guys will, leave me a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts on this. What is your over-under on a sea turtle having a Funko Pop stuck in its nose? Is it good for the environment? Probably not. So what is good for the environment is Inglorious Rex. It's up funding right now on our own independent crowdfunding site and Indiegogo. The link is down below. Please go check out this monster beat 'em up, fist pumping comic book. If you missed Inglorious Rex Volume 1, you can pick it up here in the same campaign. I'll leave you guys with the trailer for this smash hit comic book and catch you guys again with another video. Let out the beast. Let him out.